Hello everyone, it's Queen of Light 1111. Hope you guys are doing well. I am here with your check-in. Oh my gosh, I've used 30 different decks again today, and I didn't intend to, but I did. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to look at our Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. I'm not bringing in any outside energies, just really about what is the crowning theme for masculine and feminine as related to each other. Then we're going to look at what their overall energy is towards each other, head, heart, and environment. And then we're going to go into a lot of different things. We're going to look at what's challenging them, what's supporting them. We're going to look at, the theme around those challenges and support cards. We're going to look at their current connection and what the theme is. We're going to look at how much of the energy is in the 5D, how much is in the 3D. And then we're going to look at the drill down version of the connection. We're also going to take a look at how their souls are evolving as related to each other for their road back to union towards each other. And we're going to look at how is Ganesha helping both masculine and feminine with that energy for their road back to union towards each other, okay? I have to tell you, I got these beautiful nudes from Michelle, and look at the booty on her, Michelle at Wing and Bell. And so I really wanted this to complement my twin flame organite that I have here. So I worked with Michelle at Wing and Bell, and she created these beautiful pieces. She's so patient. I told her exactly what I was looking for the masculine and the feminine, because I wanted to play off of this organite. And so she created these beautiful pieces, brought my vision to life, and I'm so excited. So check out Michelle at Wing and Bell. You can also follow her on Instagram. And she does amazing quality work, okay? And so this will likely be my altar setup now. So I'll have the masculine on this side, the feminine on this side, and then I always have the connection in the middle for my intent for all of you. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's start looking at the overall themes for today's reading, okay? So this has to do with just kind of in general, what's the overall energy for Divine Masculine towards his Divine Feminine. I just wanted to see what kind of is the crowning energy, okay? And if you guys want to book your own personal reading, your own personal coaching session or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. I've been doing a lot of healing sessions lately, and coaching sessions, more than I have readings, because I think people are really getting into the energy where, instead of just kind of looking at what the current energy is like, how do you shift that energy? How do you shift the energy into movement, into action? How do you shift that energy to create change in your connection? And so I've been working with a lot of people, masculine and feminine. I have a lot of masculine clients, and helping them get past those blocks so that they can see change in themselves, and then it actually reflects out in their connection as well. So if you're interested in any healing session or coaching session, go to queenoflight1111.com, and I'm happy to work with you. Book responsibly. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. The bottom of the deck for the overarching theme. Okay, so look, these are beautiful energies. This is about, first card is chivalry, and then this is about putting the pieces together. So when this chivalry card comes out, I love it because it really is the complement to that card that we received the other day on luminosity. So when chivalry comes up, this is that divine masculine energy. This is the chivalrous male. This is the counterpart to the luminous woman. And we just got that. We just got that in my last reading. So the bottom of the deck, this is a masculine who is ready to be chivalrous, to be loyal, to understand his feminine, to understand himself, to nurture the feminine within himself. He's recognizing that his energies, his charm, his style, what he wants to bring in is just one of loyalty and love, right? He wants to be this knight in shining armor towards his divine feminine. And so what they're both doing is not only is this what the masculine wants to be, but this is also what the feminine requires of her masculine. If I'm the luminous woman, you need to be the chivalrous male, right? So this card here then is about putting the pieces together. Like, we understand what we want to create. Now, how do we put the pieces together to come into this union? Okay, and then the next two cards that clarify that has to do with this King of Swords, has to do with divine masculine coming into his integrity, coming into his power, coming into his honesty, honing his thoughts, and sending the message. But there's a message of concern, right? The concern is he capable? Is he capable of being the chivalrous male who is in his power, who's in his honesty, who's in his integrity? Because remember, the journey of this masculine has been about that Seven of Swords. He's been that person who has been deceitful, who has, only thought of himself. He's been that person who has betrayed his divine feminine, but he's changed, right? But this is the energy right now is, have you changed? Are you divine masculine? And he's in this energy of honing it in, bringing it in, manifesting and integrating those energies. I mean, look at this first card out. You can't make this up. Divine masculine is in this gardener energy when he is in his overall energy for divine feminine. Oh my God, this gardener card is beautiful because this is about him nurturing his feminine energy. That means his emotions, his yin energy, getting into his intuition. He is nurturing his garden. He is creating a garden where he can be the chivalrous male, where he can be divine masculine. He's doing his weeding. He is doing his nurturing. He is doing his fertilizing, his planting. He is planning how he wants to move forward. Look at this, clarified by the Judgment card, how he wants to call this connection back to life. Because why? His divine feminine has expectations for him to do the work. He knows this. She expects him to do the work, and he expects himself to do the work to be that chivalrous male. But then he has these fears. He has his fears. Danger, right? Scared. He has some fears. Remember, the bottom of the deck was putting the pieces together. I have some fear. Am I all put together? Have I absolved myself of some of that shady energy that I had? Look at this, Empress. He's scared. He has some fears about rebuilding a connection with the Empress because he's mature now, but he's not sure if he's quite there yet. He's not sure if he's quite that mature male yet. So let's drill down into this energy for divine masculine, okay? Look at this. Overall energy, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. This is his overall energy towards his feminine. He sees her as someone who has mastered herself, someone who is independent, doesn't need his coin. Queen of Pentacles clarifies the Nine of Pentacles. This is boss feminine energy. When he is in his overall energy for his feminine, he sees her as someone that doesn't require his pentacle. He wants to earn her back, show her that he is the mature male because she knows that, look at this privileged lady. Look at her. She's all decked out. She's like there. She's in her confidence, but she expects people to come forward in the same brightness, in the same integrity, in the same power that she's in. So when he is thinking about her, when he's in his overall energy towards her, he sees her as this woman who has it all. Who doesn't need his coin, but wants his coin, right? She doesn't need it, but because she loves him, she wants to build with him. First card out, he's very much in his emotions, Seven of Cups. This could be a card of indulgence. This could be a card of just like, oh my God, too many emotions, too many feelings. I don't know what I'm feeling. And it has to do with the King of Wands. It has to do with him being uncertain, overly emotional about how to take action. This energy of the Four of Cups, he doesn't want to repeat the cycle. He wants to bring justice and balance and fairness and do right by his feminine. He wants to move forward in love. Knight of Cups to his divine feminine, who is the Nine of Pentacles. But he's waiting. He's waiting to bring something in. He's waiting to manifest. Look at this. Look at this deer that's like going to come in, that he's bringing into his life. What is he bringing in? This chivalrous male, divine masculine, emperor energy. He knows he's not quite there yet, in his opinion, right? But he knows he's close. He knows he's close to being divine masculine. I love that for him. Divine feminine's overall energy, compatibility. So her overall crowning theme is, are we compatible? I've done a lot of work. I've healed myself. I've created, a life for myself. Are we compatible now based on where I'm at in my journey? Can I rebuild? Tower card. Towers come out a lot here. Can we rebuild based on where I am today and where masculine is today? Because there's been a pathway that's been created. There is an opportunity. Transformation has occurred throughout this pathway, and she sees light at the end of the tunnel, but she has some questions. As she puts the pieces together, as she is thinking about her chivalrous male, are we compatible to rebuild, to come into sacred union this time? So then she goes into a little bit of delusion, self-interest. This is ego energy, maybe like, I've done the work kind of energy. You did the work because you had some healing to do. Doesn't make you better than the masculine. Doesn't make you better than anyone else. Just makes you better, frankly, than the old version of you. So try to stay out of your ego. I'm better. I've done my work and blah, blah, blah. That's fine. You've done your work. We're all proud of you. We're all proud of you. But you're better than the old version of you. You're not better than anyone else. So shed the ego. Because why? Why? When you get into that energy, it gets wounding. The journey feels long. You lose your strength. You lose your power. And you feel like you're going to be on this road alone. Alone as the main female in your life. And I will tell you that, yeah, if you have that attitude that you're better than the masculine or better than whomever, you're going to be the leading lady of your life for sure, but you may be alone. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being alone. But you don't want to be alone because of ego. And if you look at this picture, look at her. She's dressed nicely. She's got a rose in her hand. We've got some white roses here. She's alone in this parlor, right? So just really be careful about this energy. Are we compatible? I've done the work. Where is he at? Kind of energy. And frankly, I got to tell you, I've been hearing this a little bit from the feminines, but that's ego energy. So you've got to check the ego. You only want to be better than the last version of you. That's it. This is a journey of unconditional love. Unconditional love for yourself, unconditional love for others, unconditional love for your masculine. Okay? And I'm saying that with love to you, feminines. I really am, because I want to see you all come into union. Bottom of the deck for divine feminine is the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Wands. You can't make this stuff. You can't make it up. We already got the Nine of Wands here. She's working hard to end this long journey of wounding, of being alone. She wants to end what feels very, very long to her. Listen, you could be on the journey for a few months and it feels like the longest days of your life. Or you could be on this journey for 10 years and it feels like the longest time of your life. Time is a human concept, okay? But you've got to end these wounds. You've got to stop this wound, because this is showing me it's the ego that is wounding our feminine. So we have to try to get out of that, okay? All right, first card out, Tower card. Again, second tower for her. But this has to do with rebuilding for a new beginning. She really wants to rebuild a new beginning. But this lack energy, this rejection, this abandonment, the separation energy has her kind of in that Queen of Swords, right? Ready to cut it out. But I do feel like she's trying to be wise. She's trying to be thoughtful. She's trying to create change, because she does want a tangible offer. She does want this new beginning of her spiritual union, of her spiritual contract with her masculine. And she's ready for this exchange. Six of Pentacles, clarified by the Page of Pentacles again. But I'm going to tell you right now, we're not ready. We're not ready to come into union. All of these cards, I've already seen them and you're going to see them. We're not ready. There's still work to be done because some old stuff keeps creeping up. So I know that 9 of Wands, I know it feels long, but if you want to come into sacred union, you don't want to come into union a minute earlier than you're ready. A minute earlier than he is ready. Okay? So cut out that energy of that, oh my God, the journey's long. When you start focusing on yourself and your own journey and what you need to do, you're not looking at the result ahead, which feels like forever to get to. So eliminate the result, focus on the present, focus on the now and what you're working towards now. Head, heart, environment, specifically for masculine and feminine, when they are in their head space, heart space, and environment for each other. I gotta tell you, it's painful. I felt so much compassion for our masculine and for our feminine as I was doing this reading. I just love this collective so much, and I just feel it, and I feel how much work has gone into this journey and how much work you all have done. So I have so much compassion for the energies that I'm going to read today. Divine feminine, sadness and isolation. This is the 3 of Swords energy. So she is sad. She is sad because there is some indecision. Are we going to make it? Are we going to be able to go forward? Is he coming forward? Is he not going to come forward? Do I move forward without him? There's some indecision there. Look at 3 + 8. That's 11. You're on the right path. So try to get out of this indecision. The goal at the end of the day is just being better than the you were yesterday. And then the one before, after that, then the one after that. Sadness and isolation is keeping her in her indecision. And then, in parallel to that, look at this, another card of solitude. Look at this. Sadness, isolation, that's solitude. And look at masculine, solitude. Right? In this energy of hermit. He's gone within. He's spending time alone. He's trying to decide what he wants to do. 9 + 8, there's a progression happening. So I really feel like for him, his indecision has actually created a decision for him to go within. So when he's in his head, heart, and environment about divine feminine, he is really soul searching. He's looking for guidance about what path to take. And for feminine, she's really processing the sadness that we haven't taken a path yet. But yes, you have taken a path. You're on the journey. You're already on the journey. You have chosen a path. Okay? So now, let's go ahead and look at the bottoms of the deck, head, heart, and environment for the tarot for them. Okay? We have, for divine feminine, Empress and Judgment. Always in her power, my divine feminine. Empress. Creator, divine feminine in her full power. And by the way, this is my Queen's Journey Tarot that I have them in stock. So if you guys want to purchase these, go to my website, queenoflight1111.com, and I sell this with an oracle as well as an option. So I love this deck because it's all about my divine feminines, who I love, my empresses. So look at her. In her head, heart, and environment, she's like, I'm in my power. Yes, I'm challenged. I'm in my power. I'm in my power to want to rebirth to this connection, to evaluate how I want to bring this back to life. Good for her. And it has to do with this death and rebirth. It has to do with her own heart awakening. And divine masculine, he's in this energy of the King of Wands and the 7 of Wands. So there's a bit of a block for him. He's a little defensive. He's guarded. You can see already here. This is why I did the shadows part of the reading. You can already see here for him. He has fears. So he wants to take action. King of Wands, right? 7 of Cups, King of Wands. We got here. 7 of Cups, King of Wands. Confusion about how to take action. There's fears here for the Emperor. Well, here he is. This is my Divine Connections tarot deck. This is my divine masculine deck. This is also for sale in my on my website. So he's very much in this energy of wanting to take action, but he's guarded. He's very guarded. He's very guarded because he wants to transform. He wants to rebirth this connection, but he's a little guarded in doing that right now because he just doesn't want to be in the same cycle either. He doesn't want to feel pain either. Remember, he's in that energy of solitude, indecision, guardedness, some fears. So let's go ahead and take a look at divine masculine and divine feminine. When divine masculine thinks about his feminine, look at this, 9 of Pentacles again. He sees her as someone who's harvested everything in the material world, and then she's still in her heart space. She holds her heart on her sleeve for her masculine. So when he is thinking about her, he thinks, look at how confident she is. Look at how she has everything, but she still has so much love for me. I love that. I love that. Okay, but then it gets a little challenging. So then, as he further thinks about this feminine who has it all but is still in her heart space, what else is he thinking? What is he thinking? Right? Let's drill down. Queen of Swords. He sees her as someone who can cut him too, who can cut him out of her life. But he sees that that's changed. Death card. He sees that, you know, as the emperor now, who's more in his heart space, who's more in his wisdom, who's more in his passion, who's more in his stability, he's seeing that she's changed. And so King of Cups, he's in his heart for her. But he's waiting, 3 of Wands, right? He wants to manifest because he knows that that is his duty. But he's waiting because he's also in this time of crisis, which is his confusion. 7 of Cups duped his overall energy. He's confused. He doesn't want to have the same cycle again. He doesn't want to go through the same rigmarole again. So it's clouded. He's undecided. He's confused. He's unclear. Because the last time, 10 of Swords, when you left, when you took that Queen of Swords energy and cut him out of your life, well, I mean, it needed to happen, right? He lost his 10 of Cups. And frankly, then you sent him into hermit mode. He went into hermit mode when you cut him off. See, here's the thing about divine feminine that we're going to find that I've already seen in this reading is that she has no idea how much pain that the masculine went through. You know, we go through this energy where we feel all the pain as the feminines, and we're in this energy of, oh, it's just about me, he betrayed me, and blah, 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 and, you know, I'm going to heal, and I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to stand in my power. Absolutely, that's what fuels your growth. But what we fail to look at is, yeah, they feel pain too. They have human hearts too. They have feelings too. And even though they may have been the ones the masculine may have been the one who was at fault here, he still felt the pain and loss of his divine feminine. He still felt it. So in the headspace of divine feminine, 4 of Swords, just breathe. Temple path, she knows that this is a spiritual union, a spiritual connection. She knows a spiritual awakening has occurred here. And she's just trying to stay patient and just breathe through this new cycle that they are in. Okay, she's trying to just breathe through the new cycle. That temple path, I just want to look at that a little bit because I like that card, because that card is also about her spiritual purpose. Right? It's also about her support. This is really her understanding that there's a spiritual destiny here, that your soul had something in mind for this lifetime, and she just needs to breathe through it. Breathe through it. So what is she thinking when she thinks about her masculine? A lot of 10s. We're getting a lot of 10s in the headspace. We got the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Cups for him. We got the Death card here. Right? A lot of confusion, a lot of endings, a lot of cycle changes. First card, King of Cups. When she thinks of him, she's like, yeah, I love you. You're in my heart. I'm in your heart. King of Cups. But an end. There was a painful end for her too. 10 of Swords. Look at this. I love this card. Look at this card. There's that person, man, carrying this woman. She just went through a painful death too. So for him, he's like, yeah, you took my emotional bliss. She's like, yeah, you took mine too. You took mine too. And now I want to give this life again. Instead of, masculine's like, oh, you put me in hermit mode. She's like, yeah, you put me through it too, but I'm ready to call this back to life. I'm ready to call this back to life. But guess what? I'm the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, right now, she's at a decision-making point, 2 of Wands. She's at the crossroads here. She's just trying to figure out how we're going to navigate this forward. Remember, this is that indecision card here, which is at the bottom of the deck, which is she's kind of like, am I going to move on without you? Or are we going to move on this journey together in this physical world? And there's some stress, 9 of Swords. There's stress about whether or not they're going to build 10 of Pentacles, build this life in this earthly plane. So she's trying to just take it easy. She's trying to breathe through this, understanding that there is a higher purpose, a higher knowledge, a higher quest. But she does feel an end. She does feel an end about how they're moving forward. The Chariot card. She feels some change in how they're going to move forward with her masculine. All right, I'm going to have to step away for 1 second because my alarm keeps going off. Hold on. Gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't know if you guys heard all that beeping in the background, but that was like literally my dryer beeping in the back because the laundry's done. So anyway, so sorry. The other day it was the doorbell and today it's the laundry. Anyway, all right, it's life. This is what happens in life, right? So anyway, okay. So that was the headspace, heart space for divine masculine. Truth, man holding a heart. There, he's really in his heart space, right? Masculine is really in his heart. He's got all these cups in his overall energy. He's going through, you know, his emotions in his headspace, and now in his heart, he's really, this is the Judgment card. He's evaluating too. He's evaluating, you know, this connection. He too wants to bring this back to life. Divine Feminine has Judgment at the bottom of her deck. And now he's here. How do I bring this back to life? How do I evaluate this? I've had this spiritual awakening. I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm in my heart space. How do I make this dream real? So what does he think? What is he feeling then in his heart as related to Divine Feminine? Because he's appropriately placed. In his heart space, he's in his heart space. Man holding a heart. King of Cups. 10 of Wands is the first card. His big burdens in his heart space about how to create a new beginning. Who is that? King of Pentacles. This is also the Devil card. It's his eye is on the prize. He wants this. He does. He does. And you know it, feminines. You know that he wants this. You know he wants to create a new beginning. But he's uncertain of how to make this happen. How to be disciplined enough, in his power enough to actually have success this time. 3 of Cups, he wants this reunion. He wants to come together. He wants to be playful. He wants passion, Knight of Wands, but there's too much tension. There's too much tension right now. The conditions are not ideal. So here's this Page of Cups, this like little offer, maybe a little bit of communication, you know, that helped with this defeat energy, with this conflict energy, but he's still standing alone. Tower, he's still standing alone. He's still not ready. Why? Because he is waiting. He is waiting. 3 of Wands. He's waiting. He's waiting. Why is he waiting? Remember, we already have this 3 of Wands with the Emperor. He's waiting to be the Emperor. He's waiting to rebuild, to come into this place where there will be finally peace and harmony, playfulness, joy, cooperation, humor. That's what that 3 of Cups is. Joy, humor, cooperation, love. That's what he wants. He doesn't want to have all these fights anymore. Divine Feminine, what is she feeling in her heart? Chariot card and Envy. This is like separation card. In this deck, this is all about lack and dissatisfaction. She wants to move forward. She wants to move through this separation. She is eager. She is eager to move it forward. She's, you know, remember, she feels like she's been on the journey a long time. 9 of Wands, right? She feels like, okay, now we're in communication. Now it's time. Move, 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 move. No, it doesn't work like that because that's what you did before. That's what we did before. That's what many of you did before. Separation, Knight of Wands comes back, boom, together, 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 boom, off again. That's what the Knight of Wands does. This masculine's coming up as the Emperor. This masculine's coming up as someone who is the gardener. The masculine is a chivalrous male. The masculine is a king, not a knight. He's going to come in and take action, but he's going to stay. And that's what he wants to do this time. That's what masculine wants to do this time. He wants to stay. So this over eagerness to come through this separation, I get it, because you feel like you've been on the journey a long time, but you feel that way because you have an expectation towards a result. First card out for you, 8 of Wands. You're like, let's move. Let's move. But 2 of Swords. You guys have had some communication and boom, it stopped. Or it became less frequent. And so that makes you sad. That makes you sad. You want to move forward eagerly. Knight of Wands, same position as him. Second position. You want to move forward. You want to move forward with love. Knight of Cups. Look at all this action. Because he's your twin. He's the one. You know it. But here's your truth. Knight of Swords, you know. 8 of Pentacles, we're not ready. You know some mastery needs to happen. You know that we still have to develop. Like wine. It's not ready. It's not ready. It's not ripe yet. So you're really trying to keep the balance. You're trying to keep the balance with your King of Swords. Before you get restless. You're trying to balance out your restlessness. There will be a union. I am certain. There will be a sacred union in this plane, in this earth. I know it. But you don't want to rush it. Don't rush it. It's not going to help anybody. Environment for divine masculine. Look at this. This is the Sun card. Well, before I say that, let us make sure that's the Sun card. Number 17. I feel like it is. Let me just double check. 17, Hope. Oh, it's the Star. That's beautiful. Hope card. So the Star card with the Angel of Love. With the Angel of Love. So that Angel of Love really looks like divine feminine to me. Okay. The Angel of Love is in this energy of this tender connection. This is, look at this, all this like romantic energy. This is radiating your heart. Look at you, woman holding a heart, and now you have the star with, he sees you as a star. He's longing for a deeper, more intimate connection with you, not just one of passion. He wants to forge a connection that is going to last. So what is happening in his environment around this desire? It's a lot to do with him, a lot to do with him. Well, 5 of Wands, there's conflict. There's still conflict between the two of you. There's still conflict in this connection, the Lover's card. And right now, he's just traveling a lonely path. He's by himself. Remember, bottom of the deck for him was solitude. He's trying to gain his stability, his balance. He wants to be dependable. He wants to be the husband. He wants to be the father. He wants to be someone who's stable and committed and that stays. But he also wants to be in his integrity, King of Swords, because that is critical. So he is aligning himself to his higher self to strategize how to move forward as a loyal person. He's holding on, 4 of Pentacles, to his stability, to his dependability, so that he can lift out of negativity with you, right? That harsh condition. And here's the Star. Who's the Star? That Queen of Pentacles. That Queen of Pentacles who's at the bottom of the deck for his overall energy. He's healing. He's healing from his Queen of Pentacles who destroyed him, who tore him up. 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups. He's healing that energy. So he's replaying some old footage with you. Okay, Divine Feminine's environment. Look at her, solar plexus, King of Swords. She's like, is he going to take action? Like, are we moving? Like, are you going to act? Are you going to talk to me? This is what's going on in her environment. So let's take a look at that energy. Let's take a look at that energy. For her environment, 5 of Wands, same position as him. First position, conflict. Yeah, there's conflict. That's been wounding. 9 of Wands, but she's ready to complete them. She's just done. Just like that 10 of Swords here, like with that 9 of Wands at the bottom of her deck for the overall energy, she's just done with this feeling like it's taken forever. Because she wants this 10 of Pentacles. She wants to build a legacy. She's ready, 8 of Wands, to move forward. She sees the potential in this connection, but we're suspended. We're in this energy of suspension and pause of the wishes because we're still finishing this breakup, right? We're still kind of going, cycling out the end, cycling out this pain, cycling out that loss from the last time. 4 of Wands. This is her twin flame, her union. She wants this union, but we're not moving. 4 of Pentacles. And she's like, it's time. It's time to change. It's time for us to change this cycle. So let's take a look at the theme, okay, of the shadows and the support and the love. Let's start with the theme energy of what is supporting and challenging. So I wanted to do a theme first. Like, let's just get some overarching energies around what is supporting and what is not supporting them. Okay, so bottom of the deck for that is, and I'm using my Queen's Journey Oracle that goes with the Queen's Journey Tarot. It's clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. This is the red carpet pathway. Where did we get the pathway card? Pathway. Where did we get that card? Oh, that was here. Pathway was in his energy. Was it in his energy or was it in her energy? Hold on, let me see. Somewhere was a pathway. Oh, right here, pathway. See, this is that rebuilding. Are we compatible energy? So here it's showing up as part of the support and the challenge. And so the bottom of the deck is we're creating a pathway. Spirit's saying we're creating a pathway for change. We're creating a pathway for you guys to come into your destiny. That is what Spirit is saying. Like, we're helping you, people. Don't be too overeager. Get it together. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the overall energy around the support and challenges. First card out, Royal Chamber. This card, when I created this deck, is about rest and retreat and healing. So Spirit is saying the theme right now about support and challenges is that we are healing. We are healing. We're taking a little break. We're retreating. We're healing right now. What are we healing? 9 of Wands. You can't make this up. We're healing our wounds. We're healing our wounds. We're healing. We're trying to gain our strength. The next card, the Scroll. This is about messaging, communication. So yes, Spirit is saying, yes, you guys have been in communication with the King of Wands, right? So the King of Wands, it's his time to now become this visionary leader to take action. We got the King of Wands here in his overall energy and the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck, right? So I really feel like the challenge is that the King of Wands is guarded right now about communication. Next card, Traitor. This is that betrayal energy. Traitor, look at that, like being backstabbed, right? Traitor. There's an energy of the masculine and the feminine feeling betrayed, right? He's got 10 of Swords with the 10 of Cups. She's got, you know, the same type of energy. We're like, is it over because of the betrayal? Hermit. This traitor energy has sent them both into their souls. Right? He's saying, you're right here. 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups sent me into my hermit mode. When you left me, when you cut me, you took my whole happiness away. And then he said, I went into hermit mode. I get it. We all did. Right? And then Spirit is saying, unawakened princess. They're saying, feminine, there's something you don't know. There's something you don't know. And what is it that you don't know? 5 of Cups. That the masculine has just as much regret and sadness over the past than you do. But you both have the same amount in different ways. So the energy of compassion is going to be very important. Bottom of the deck for the shadows, okay? What is the fear? What is challenging divine masculine and feminine? Bottom of the deck, misguided emperor. So it's just kind of like there's this energy of both of them thinking, is the masculine ever going to get it together? The same thing here. He's like, am I mature enough to be with the Empress? Have I brought in that Emperor energy yet? And Divine Feminine, same thing, compatibility. She's like, can you be the Emperor? Are you going to be a leader? Can you be a leader? They're both questioning it, right? They're both in this energy of like, does masculine have it in him? Right? So some of his insecurity could be projecting onto her and she's picking it up. So let's go ahead and take a look. When the Divine Feminine first, okay? When the feminine is challenged by her masculine, what is she challenged by? Self-indulgent. That he's overindulging. Maybe he's working too much. Maybe he's drinking too much. Maybe he's eating too much. Maybe he's daydreaming too much. There's some energy of self-indulgence that the feminine is picking up on that is putting her in this energy that he is creating smoke and mirrors. He doesn't want to be clear. He doesn't want the clarity of how to be masculine. That's her challenge. Like, dude, sorry. You know, like, can you like get it together to get clarity? Stop with the smoke and mirrors. Stop with the numbing. Doubt. Her other challenge is she has doubt. Doubt that Four of Wands, that we're going to be able to rebirth a stable, solid union. Her next challenge is things are stagnant. We're not really talking. We're not really moving forward, as we see in her heart space with all this night action. Things are stagnant with my King of Cups. I mean, my Knight of Cups. Maybe he's just a smooth talker. Maybe that's where we're stuck because he's misguided. What is challenging Divine Masculine about his feminine? Invading. There's an energy where he feels like she invades his space and makes up her own stories, her own belief system. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. Hierophant, the false prophet. I do feel like there's an energy here where he's like, you know, she comes in, she thinks she knows what's happening, but she really doesn't know what's going on. So she's like this false prophet, creates her own prophecy, creates her own belief system. It's invasive. She comes in, she invades, maybe she looks at his social media, creates her own story, and then goes off with that. That's what challenges him. The next card, Lust. Lust with the Chariot. What's challenging him is that still, he's so attracted to her. He wants her. He was passionate about her. But he doesn't want to just get caught up in a physical relationship. He wants more. Next challenge, Sellout. There's this energy of selling out, that maybe he sold out on the sun. He sold out on his happiness, that she sold out on this Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups was his ultimate happiness. Maybe we're just selling out to our misery now. Wow. Bottom of the deck for what is supporting them in their love. Look at this. Phantom Lover and the Seven of Air. But the Seven of Air in this deck is very different. The Seven of Air in this deck is all, and this is the good tarot, by the way. So when the Seven of Air comes out, hold on, I want to like, because I don't use this deck very often. When the Seven of Air comes out in this deck, this is really about like, you know, independence. It's about non-conformity. It's about living life on your own terms. So what's supporting them is they're both really wanting to get out of the fantasy. They're done with being in their headspace or in their fantasy land about this being a phantom connection. Okay. I think they're very much, now that they're back in communication or something tangible is happening in their connection, they're in this energy of like, I'm going to live my life in my own terms, right? I'm no longer going to be in this fantasy land of what he thinks or doesn't think, what she thinks or doesn't think. So I really feel like there's this energy of, you know, this kind of independence, breaking free of this fantasy. I love that. So that's what's happening at the bottom of the deck and what is supporting them. All right. We're going to start with Divine Feminine. Well, what's supporting her? Old footage. This old footage. You're a player. You're a traitor. Right? All these wounds that she's had to heal. This old footage is getting balanced out. She's getting her justice around this old footage. Okay, and this is justice now, people, that she's given herself, because this divine feminine doesn't need an apology from anyone. This is about karma. This is about she's seeing the elements of life balance out. What goes around comes around. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about what he did to me. Well, yeah, whatever happens, the law of the universe will balance it out. This old footage will balance out. She's a higher understanding of this, because why? She is an ascended feminine. What else is supporting her? Look at this. Roses are red. True love. She knows her masculine is her true love. It's clarified by the Two of Air. And in this deck, the Two of Air is all about the energy of, excuse me, of stalemate, right? Like her true love, we're in a stalemate right now. He's my true love. It's going to take time to come out of this energy, but I have to stay in my peace, right? Take my time. She understands that. True love takes time. What else is supporting her? Interference. This is that invading energy that the masculine gets challenged by. She's like in this energy with the Seven of Water. She's confused. Is there interference? Is there a third party? Is there blah, blah, blah? Is someone like getting in the way of our connection? No, no. With the Hermit, solitude in his bottom of his deck. He's telling you he's alone. We've got the Nine of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles in his overall energy. That's all he wants is his feminine. He's gardening for his feminine. His Empress is the one he wants in his life so much that he has fear over. There's so much energy around this divine feminine that there is nothing. But the feminine, because of this interference energy and her confusion, that's why she becomes invading and she makes stuff up. And that's what challenges him. It's like, yes, I have betrayed you before. Yes, it's happened. Yes, it's happened. But now you're just putting pieces together and they don't even fit. First card for divine masculine. Look at this. Roses are red. Look at this. Violets are blue. Loyalty. What's supporting him? This Tower moment in his life has made him very loyal to you now. Third party, no. If you comment about that and you say, well, there's still a third party in your connection, well, that's fine. Maybe this isn't your story today. But don't trigger the other feminines who have worked very hard to release that old footage. He's saying violets are blue. This Tower card, this sudden, unexpected, maybe communication or whatever that you've had, this sudden, unexpected loss of you have really shown masculine how loyal he is. True love. He's loyal to his true love. Roses are red, violets are blue. But then he's also saying, my heart is caged and damaged. Why? Because that Ten of Swords, Ten of Cups, when you left him, it caged his heart and it damaged him. And now he's trying to heal. Star card. And we already got that here in his environment. Star, Queen of Pentacles, and the tornado. He's caged. He just doesn't want to be hurt like that before. I just don't think you understand. Unawakened Princess with the Five of Cups. I don't think you understand. The feminines don't understand just how much damage was created on both sides, right? I think the feminines go off about their damage and they understand. And I have so much compassion and love for those feminines. I get it. I understand it. But I think that we forget to look at, oh my God, are they in pain too? Like, we don't care at that point, right? But now when you're ascended and have forgiven and you're looking, yeah, of course, he loved you. He had pain too. So he's saying, my heart is damaged, but I'm healing. But I'm healing it. Star card. Lip service. There's a little bit of this energy, like, is she really changed? Has she really changed? Queen of Swords, Death card, Emperor, Five of Wands. We already have that. Five of Wands with the lovers and, you know, and with the wolf. He's kind of like, I don't want to be with anybody else. I'm loyal to my feminine. I'm still healing my heart. But has that Queen of Swords energy really shifted? Has it really transformed? He's unsure. He's unsure. So this is really them trying to gain their clarity. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the connection. What's going on with the connection? What's the theme for the connection? Bottom of the deck energies first. That Queen of Swords keeps popping up. I'll tell you that much right now. First card for the theme is we have Kali Ma removing negative energies. Okay, so there are some negative thoughts, feelings, energetic energies that we're carrying that are being removed at this time within the connection. And so from divine masculine standpoint, the bottom of the deck is anything that's not serving our connection at this time. This Lover's card is being removed. Feminine saying, I'm in my soul search. I'm removing negative energies as part of my soul growth, part of my soul plan. I'm working with Kali Ma to do that. And then Spirit is saying, we're removing the sharpness and the cutting energy that our feminine can embody at times. Because look at, we got the Queen of Swords here, got the Queen of Swords here, now we got the Queen of Swords here. So I get it. We've got to use this energy very wisely because things are very delicate at this time. Okay, very delicate. But again, the goal is this healing of the wounds. The goal is to heal so much that we're not just looking at the result of union, but that when we look up from our own selves and healing, that it's there. Union has arrived. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the theme. First card out, Goddess of the Moon. This is divine feminine energy. This is my divine connections oracle that goes with my divine connections tarot. This is my masculine deck. This is the deck that has the 5D and the 3D energy. So this is divine feminine in her high priestess energy, goddess of the moon, intuitive, wise. So this is the first theme. What's masculine's perspective? This is like, I'm unsure about my goddess of the moon. I'm unsure. I'm trying to balance things out. Feminine's perspective is, I want a new beginning. Intuitively, I know I want a new beginning. And Spirit then is saying, because this is he said, she said, and then Spirit says, your intuition, feminine, is absolutely successful. Your intuition is correct. You will have this new beginning. You will have this union. The next card, Ganesha. Obstacles are being removed. Obstacles from the masculine's perspective are from his heart space. Any obstacles that are keeping him from being fully in his heart. Remember, he came up as King of Cups here in his heart space and in her head space as King of Cups. So any obstacles that are keeping him from mastering his emotions are being removed. For the feminine, her pain, her heartbreak, that traitor energy that came up, that old footage energy that came up, that is being removed. That pain is being removed. And Spirit is saying the obstacles are being that are being removed have to do with the King of Wands. We are getting him to be a visionary leader to take action towards this connection. Here's my 3D card, allies. These are friends, people in this world helping our twins. How is the masculine being assisted by his friends? They're helping him give and be able to receive. Maybe he's working with his tribe. He's learning to love outside of himself. He's learning to receive that love from his friends. EMT and allies are helping divine feminine from her perspective, that they're helping through this divine timing. Look at this, 6 and the 7. That this will come. This reciprocity will come in divine timing. She's really working on that. And Spirit is saying, a cycle is completing here, and your friends are helping you out. Next card, testing the waters. That's a stage card in my deck. So right now there's a little bit of a test. Hi, how you doing? Test, text here, text there, call here, whatever. A little bit, not giving too much, just testing the waters. Are you still the Queen of Swords? Are you still a cheater, right? So testing the waters. From the masculine's perspective, he wants change. He wants to move towards his destiny, which is the feminine. Divine feminine's energy about the connection, high priestess. She's like, I'm still staying in my intuition. When you test the waters, I'm still sticking with my intuition. And Spirit is saying, when you test the waters, we are restraining ourselves from what we really want to say. And by the way, this is my sister, Mystic Moon's Twin Flame Journey Tarot. Okay, you guys all know Mystic Moon Oracles. So if you want to buy her tarot deck, go to her website, okay? So this testing the waters energy is all about the masculine wanting change, the feminine staying in her intuition, but Spirit saying, you're restraining yourselves. You're not really communicating all that you want to communicate, that you're my true love, that I'm loyal to you, that I love you, that I want to be with you. So Archangel Raphael shows up to help heal the heart, okay? From the masculine's perspective, they're healing the masculine from any self-indulgence, from any energy of being stuck, feeling toxic, obsession. Archangel Raphael, from feminine's perspective, is helping them heal to have the 10 of Cups again. And Spirit is saying, we're actually healing so that you guys stop being so darn stubborn and come out of separation. Get out of the lack energy. And then finally, here's my 3D card, the Policeman. This is peace. There's peace in this connection right now. And from the masculine's perspective, he's like, I have peace with my Queen of Pentacles. He loves that he has peace with her right now. He's trying to figure out his next steps. But because there's been some interaction, he feels peace in his life because she's back, not as a huge main lady in his life, like you're not integrating yet, but just to have you back has given him peace. From the feminine's perspective, there's peace over this barrier now. She feels it too. There's no longer a huge barrier. And then Spirit is saying, there's peace and there is a passionate adventure at hand. You guys will move forward. Bottom of the deck, as we drill down into these connective energies, 8 of Swords and the Page of Pentacles, that offer is stuck. That tangible offer to move forward is stuck. Remember, the bottom of the deck for the Oracle that I clarify with is the Phoenix. We're rising above, okay? First card out, Hanged Woman. This is that suspension energy because we are mastering ourselves. So feminine specifically is mastering herself to get over this deceit, to get over that traitor energy. We are walking away from any sort of manifestation right now because we're still enlightening, we're still learning, we're still growing. And there's this energy of that we're still holding on to, which is this Queen of Swords energy. We're still holding on to that regret, that guilt, that omen of how he was cut, how you cut him. There's still that energy. But there's still this desire to come together and work together and have a passionate new beginning because this is a love of a lifetime, because this is a divine union. But any action forward right now, Knight of Cups, is suspended by our Hanged Man, by Divine Masculine. It's suspended because masculine is really wanting to get more information, wanting to really feel his way in. So that leaves the Queen of Pentacles, our Divine Feminine, feeling like it's a missed opportunity again, the same cycle again, and it puts her into this energy of desire. What does desire do? Throws you into the Nine of Wands. Throws you into the Nine of Wands. So let's close this reading with how their souls are evolving so that they can move forward into union with each other. Bottom of the deck is the Believe card. Believe and reflection. Believe in your mirror. Believe in your reflection. Look at this. You can't make this up. Look at this. This is the number 4 and this is the number 4. Believe. Believe what is being reflected back to you as you is also being reflected as your mirror, which is your twin. This reflection card, believe your wisdom. Honor the wisdom in yourself. Honor the wisdom that you're seeing in your masculine. Vice versa. Recognize the beauty in each other's paths. How is Divine Masculine's soul evolving for union with his feminine? You can't make this up. When this flew out, I was like, whoa, sacred journey. There is wisdom in knowing that even darkness serves its purpose in the growth of the soul. He knows that he has learned some major lessons because of this journey. He knows that he has learned some major lessons because of what he has experienced with his Divine Feminine. He is in this energy of trying not to fear the shadows that are within him or outside of him. He's really trying to get into the energy of seeing the lessons that have unfolded, that it has really given more meaning and purpose in his life, that he's not separate. He's using good judgment. He's not suffering. He's not suffering. So how is Ganesha helping Divine Masculine continue his journey towards union with his feminine? They're showing him, whether through visions or through dreams, promise of the future. Look at this. They're showing him this vast land of beauty, which is his union with himself and with his feminine. They're saying to him, this sacred journey has promise. Be assured that it's not going to be the same cycle. Something new is on the horizon. And then how is divine feminine soul evolving as related to her union with divine masculine? You can't make this up. I've been talking about it this whole time. Compassion. This is about having love and compassion. Starts with love and compassion towards your masculine and others. Starts with love and compassion towards yourself. Yes, you went through pain. Yes, be compassionate. Yes, be loving. But understand that others outside of you have those same experiences too. So be in true compassion for yourself. Understand your challenges. Love your challenges. Embrace your challenges. Forgive yourself for experiences that caused you suffering. And then forgive your masculine. Forgive your masculine. And how is Ganesha helping our divine feminines with this? Look at all this green. That's the heart chakra. Wholeness. Acknowledge that you are one. When you are angry with him, when you send him bad energy, you're only hurting yourself. You're connected. You are one. Acknowledge the oneness of all. This is the heart. Keep your heart open. He sees you as the Queen of Cups. He sees you as the Queen of Pentacles. He sees you as his Empress. Keep your heart open. He is your masculine. Take a moment. Hold that green in your heart. Experience soothing, relaxed feelings and sense of renewal. And if you need assistance with that healing, then book a healing session with me. Book a coaching session with me. I'd be happy to work with you. Well, that's it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope this was helpful for you. And if you want to book your own personal reading, coaching, or healing session, or if you want to buy any one of my decks, go to queenoflight1111.com. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.